Hi, my name is Robin. I work at HelloFresh as Executive Talent Acquisition Partner in Berlin office. I have background in recruitment, hiring in commercial, in tech, as well as in operation roles, in executive and non-executive roles. Today, together, we will be discussing about why detailed scorecard is important and how do we benefit from this, either as interviewer, hiring manager, talent acquisition partner, and overall candidate experience. Scorecards are the tools that we are using during our interviews or after our interviews to summarize our notes to make sure it is in a certain standard, which helps the next interviewers and in the end the final outcome of the interview process. Either the decision of the interview would be to reject or to continue to process to hire the candidate. Therefore, scorecards are helping us to summarize the notes and gives clarity and guidance on potential next steps. And now we will be discussing what kind of benefits we are achieving from detailed scorecards. So, value number one, consistency. Scorecards ensure consistent evaluation by providing a standardized framework for all interviewers. This is quite significant from beginning to the end of the interview process. And also we are building all this data for future. So we need the detailed scorecards to provide the data to be used in the debrief stage, and scorecard documentation serves as evidence for the decision that we are going to make and also supports the transparency and accountability in the hiring process. Also, scorecards helps us focus on job requirements. Scorecards align with the job requirements, assessing if the candidate has the traits and qualifications that will make them successful in the role. All in all, objectivity is another big benefit that we are having throughout the detailed scorecards. Scorecards provide an objective evaluation framework. This reduces biases and helps us focus in the candidate's skills and qualifications. We touched previously about evidence-based decision, but to be a little bit more specific on this topic, regardless of the result of your interview, your data will always matter. Your scorecard will support the hiring or rejecting process by being the evidence of the final outcome. So hiring managers need your notes to hire, or recruiters need your notes to be able to give feedback to the candidates on why they get rejected. Another benefit of detailed scorecard is that scorecards enable interviewers to conduct organized interviews by providing a clear structure and sequence of questions. This helps interviewers cover all relative areas consistently. Speed of hiring process. This is another huge benefit that we would be receiving from detailed scorecards. How? Detailed scorecards help the process to move on even when an interviewer is on holiday or even if they are sick. So we do not wait for them to come back, because the data that they have left after their interview would help us to be able to make a decision and move forward. Duplicate assessment prevention is another strong benefit that we receive from detailed scorecard. What does that mean is that using a structured interview process with detailed scorecard ensures we cover all important points and avoid repeating unnecessary work. In case if this happens, we can improve this going further with the other candidates, and we can only detect this potentially if we have detailed scorecards. Last but not least, enhanced candidate experience is something that all the points we have mentioned get benefit throughout the entire process. All the previous point improves the satisfaction of candidates regardless of the final outcome. If they would get hired, they would know what qualities made them pass through the process. And if they would get rejected, they will know with the detailed scorecards for what reason they have been rejected and what they can work on when it comes to potential opportunities or other roles. And now, after checking the benefits that we are receiving from detailed scorecards, we would like to share some suggestions and also some habits to avoid in order to achieve a successful detailed scorecard process right after your interviews. Define clear evaluation criteria with your team, talent acquisition partner, and other interviewers. The goal is to make sure that the job requirements and with our DNA values, we have been aligned in terms of the next step. And by using HelloFresh DNA and the job requirements, we have created structured question pool. Take detailed notes during the interview and provide concrete evidence backed with examples. Write a short summary or a conclusion of your observation in the end to make sure your key message is perceived clearly. Fill your scorecard as soon as possible to avoid losing details. And bonus tip here, a 10-minute blocker after your interview to finish the scorecard could help you, could make it a lot easier. Habits to avoid. Please do not postpone completing your scorecard. You will be surprised to see how fast you forget details after your interview. Please do not improvise your interview structure. Otherwise, you will not have the data to help evaluate the relevant job criteria. And last but not least, please do not submit your scorecard without a decision. The recruiter and the next interviewers will need your decision to move forward in the process, and this can only happen if you can make a decision in the end when you submit your scorecard. Now, we can check some ideal scorecard examples in terms of the details and the structure, how an ideal scorecard would potentially look like. Here we go. Example number 1. Have a look. And here, example number 2. We hope the details and the examples that you have checked so far will help you to provide more detailed scorecard and having an easier process of submitting them in this case. We would like to also share more resources in the end of the presentation. Please make sure to check the link that is attached to this video and make sure to check the resources later on if you would like to find out more about the scorecards, how to create scorecards, what are the certain techniques, what are the best practices. And please do not hesitate to reach out to your talent acquisition partners that are supporting you in your processes to provide more insights with you. Thank you for listening and watching.